EOS is a mid-position coin with a ticker EOS that has a current worth of $1.31 and a market capitalization of $1,293,485,575. Cryptographic forms of money have long passed the purpose in being a toy for tech nerds, opportunists, and obscure sellers. These days, it's a resource class that is significantly managed and, surprisingly, embraced as legitimate delicate. Some huge speculation banks even procure EOS and other cryptographic forms of money all at once to safeguard their resources under administration, against the jogging expansion that disables the customary monetary business sectors. Any bullish EOS value expectations are under danger after the bullish move of the day floundered at the 1.416 opposition mark. This has left some market watchers contemplating whether there is still life in the EOS token. The plunge into the antipodes was incited by comments made by the EOS CEO Yves Larose, in which he blamed the task supporter Block.one as being behind the venture's horrible showing. Review that EOS fellow benefactor Dan Larimer left his situation as chief technology officer of Block.one. During his time, he had administered a $4 billion introductory coin presenting for EOS as the venture tried to overturn Ethereum as the go-to brilliant agreement stage. Nonetheless, the EOS cost dropped steeply after his renunciation. Advancement on the EOS blockchain slowed down as ability left the organization. The injuries seem to have been returned as the EOS community has sued Block.one looking for $4.1 billion in harms. The EOS Network Foundation, ENF, needs to utilize the assets to start an undertaking circle back after a few bombed converses with Block.one. The claim is important for the actions the ENF is taking to redo the organization. Booked installments of $250 million worth of EOS tokens have been hindered. Where do these improvements leave the EOS token? Here is the momentary EOS cost forecast. Presently, now is the right time to uncover our short, mid, and long-haul expectation of the improvements on the EOS market that depend on the readings of our extraordinary crypto volatility index that assists us with checking the market feeling and expect where in which the market plans to go. At this point, the cost of EOS is $1.31, while the coin presently ends up at 44th spot in the general positioning. The said positioning is assessed based on the resource's current value that is duplicated by its ongoing business sector capitalization, a recipe that is applied all through every single monetary market. Our administration continually screens any progressions in these three regions, so our clients get the most pertinent information in regards to the exhibition of computerized assets in their portfolios. It's likewise essential to consider the verifiable information that permits shaping an appropriate comprehension of the market structure and its heading. What is EOS? EOS is a stage that is intended to permit designers to assemble decentralized applications, also called dApps for short. The undertaking's objective is generally basic. To make it as clear as workable for developers to embrace blockchain innovation and guarantee that the organization is simpler to use than rivals. Therefore, apparatuses and a scope of instructive assets are given to help engineers who need to fabricate practical applications rapidly. Different needs incorporate conveying more noteworthy degrees of versatility than other blockchains, some of which can deal with under 12 exchanges each second. EOS likewise means to work on the experience for clients and organizations. While the undertaking attempts to convey more prominent security and less grading for purchasers, it additionally strives who are the founders of EOS. The EOS stage was created by the organization Block.one, and its white paper was wrote by Daniel Larimer and Brendan Bloomer. The two men keep on being individuals from Block.one's leader group, with Bloomer filling in as CEO and Daniel Larimer as CTO. Bloomer is a sequential business person, and perhaps his earliest endeavor included selling virtual resources for computer games. He happened to help establish OK.com, a carefully centered land office in Hong Kong. Larimer is a product software engineer who has likewise begun a progression of crypto adventures. They incorporate the crypto exchanging stage BitShares and the Steem blockchain. The pair met in 2016 and framed Block.one the next year. On May 20, the cost of EOS was at $1.32 toward the finish of the exchanging time frame, during which the cost change added up to 2.50%. A week prior, on May 14, EOS was esteemed at $1.33, and that intends that from that point forward, the cost has varied by 0%. A month prior, on April 21, the market member laid out the cost of EOS at $2.77. Thusly, the coin has made a 52.76% move to arrive at its current standings. On May 20, EOS had a market capitalization of $1,307,658,673. Last week, on May 14, the market capitalization of the coin being referred to was recorded at $1,320,348,085. A month prior, on April 21, the market worth of EOS was evaluated to be $2,737,414,464. EOS price prediction. The 4-hour graph shows the EOS-USDT pair exchanging a reach with 1.416 going about as the roof and 1.260 framing the floor. The bulls need to break the 1.416 roof, 15 May high, to open the entryway towards 1.573, 10 May low. Extra focuses toward the north lie at 1.664, 10 May low, and at 1.816, where the 10 May high is found. Then again, assuming that the cost action separates the 1.260 help, 14 May low, we will see a drop towards the 12 May low at 1.115. 1.100 is the least cost at any point recorded for the EOS-USDT pair, and this was on 4 December 2021. A downfall beneath the 1.115 help could outperform this unequaled low. Lastly, the coursing supply is utilized to work out the market capitalization and evaluate the coin's ongoing remaining in the positions. It indicates the general measure of EOS that is buy and buy exchanged across all trades, barring the coins that are marked, locked, frozen, or briefly put unavailable for general use for reasons unknown. It's by and large accepted that cryptographic forms of money that have a circling supply between 60 million and 150 million are the most appropriate for long-haul speculation, since they are probably going to see the value in esteem throughout a drawn-out timeframe, conceivably many years, while keeping a sensible expansion rate. At this point, EOS has a circling supply of 990,548,861 coins. Over the beyond 24 hours, the exchanging volume related with EOS arrived at the mark of $231,463,866. Yesterday, on May 20, the normal weighted exchanging volume recorded toward the finish of the exchanging time frame remained at $327,992,830. A week prior, on May 14, how much EOS that was traded between market members was assessed at $480,977,320. What number of EOS coins are there in circulation? There are 936 million EOS coins available for use at the hour of compassing, and a complete inventory of 1.02 billion tokens. Block.one held an underlying coin presenting for EOS back in June 2017, and it went on for a year, that is considerably longer than a large number of the ICOs seen at that point. An aggregate of $4.02 billion was brought up all the while, and financial backers from the US couldn't partake. Taking a gander at the breakdown of how tokens were conveyed, 10% were apportioned to the pioneers, while 90% were dispersed among financial backers. It is actually significant that Block.one will not get this assignment immediately, all things considered, it'll occur north of a 10-year time span. How is the EOS network secured? EOS utilizes an appointed confirmation of stake agreement system. This idea was brought about by Larimer and plans to settle a portion of the blemishes that are found in POW and POS frameworks. As we momentarily made sense of before, the people who own EOS tokens can decide in favor of delegates who will be liable for approving exchanges. One of